Good morning, friend. Today I'm going to talk about the current Indian Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, has announced a 20 lakh crore package, which is beyond imagination. 10% of Indian GDP, 10% of the GDP in future infrastructure project and all this good. I have a PowerPoint here. I made a PowerPoint here, so I'm gonna refer to this PowerPoint and I'm gonna talk to it. And it's very important for us to understand why it's very important, because after the COVID-19 situation between the global supply chain has been changing drastically, and people are like, people are very scared now how to do business, and they want to diversify their risk, especially in Western Australia, or not only Western Australia. I'm saying that all over the Australia and even all the Western countries, they know now they want to diversify their risk. So primarily there was hefting or betting too much on Chinese infrastructure, Chinese supply chain, but suddenly they realize after COVID-19 that they are putting a risk, they are not diversifying their risks. As a result, they want to go to different country to source their goods and supplies and everything. And in this race, China is losing. China is drastically losing the supply chain, established supply chains, and all the goodwills they have done just because of the war between China and US, tariff war, or whatever war we can say. My concern is not that. My concern is that how Mr. Modi, Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Modi, is trying to capture that sentiment from the Western countries and bringing back to India. So he's working very hard. And yesterday's announcement, I have watched him on the television live, and I have also telecasted on my Facebook page live that what he is doing. So what he's doing, that he has 20 lakh crore, which is equivalent to 10% of GDP. I have made a big PowerPoint. I'm not gonna go and everything. I'm just gonna go detail. I'm gonna use the currency in Indian currency, but you can convert in the Australian dollar, okay, which is beyond imagination, okay. So he has taken a measure to do a lot of bold reforms, okay. So there's a lot of project he is launching to flip the poverty and bring the people out of the poverty and all those things, which is tremendous. You can't imagine what he have done in the last 4 years, and what he's doing is remarkable, okay. So they have a Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan package. There's a lot of financial aids they are giving to the people below poverty line to make them more self-dependent and all more bringing them into the mainstream, okay. So they have given a lot of tax relief to the small businesses, and all those things. So I'm gonna talk to you. They have so there's measures taken by the Reserve Bank of India as well, and they have a focus. This is the next. They want to focus on the 5 pillar of the economy, okay, which is very important. So 5 pillar of economy, that the 5 pillars that gonna make India self-dependent, or self-dependent is very important, because if you see my LinkedIn article, I have focused on the reverse globalization. What happening now, because till 20th century the globalization was very good. It was helping everybody to bring a lot of prosperity to different countries and everything. But in 21st century, the reverse globalization will happen, and this is this is common thing. This is the natural cycle that this coin will flip both the ways, okay. So now it's the period of reverse globalization. So all the country wants to be self-dependent, whether it's America, whether it's UK, whether it's Germany, whether it's France, whether it's Australia. Everybody has to start, Japan as well. Everybody has to start making the step forward, or like taking the step forward to make it self-dependent. So India, the 5 pillars that Mr. Modi is saying that it's gonna make India self-dependent is economy. Okay, he have to. That's the $5 trillion economy. He's already pushing for that, but because of the COVID-19, there might be some delay. But still, he's focusing on the target of 5 trillion economy. Then his infrastructure system. So he wants to build an infrastructure system. He's investing heavily on the infrastructure system under the Ministry of Nitin Gadkari. He's making 46 kilometer road a day since he's been making for the last 10 years. I think from the last 2 terms. Okay, like that means around 6-7 years. So he's making 46 kilometer a road every day. He's converting a lot of government buses into biological fuel. He's doing tremendous in the infrastructure sector. He's building infrastructure. He's pushing for the self-dependent indigenous manufacturing and all the stuff. and vibrant demography. So Mr. Modi, comes from the rural part of the India, and he always believed that in order to make India self-dependent, we have to make the rural India more self-dependent, more economically prosperous, and we have to develop the demographic of the rural area. And since Mr. Modi has taken the leadership, lot of IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, a lot of engineering colleges, a lot of big company has adopted so many villages and converted them into like better infrastructure, better electricity, better road, better sewage services. Even the SBI, State Bank of India, has taken so many villages and converted them into the more modern and high-tech style of way of living. Okay, and the last one is demand. So he wants to increase the demand, not only locally demand, he wants to increase the demand overseas as well. So he have second thing is a lot of measures have taken on the to lift the poverty and all the stuff. And the second thing is that he have relaxed a lot of like the before India it's very hard to do the paperwork because a lot of files has to go to the different people, and it creates a lot of headache, lot of time consuming process and all those things, which under Modi government is using high tech or technology to avoid those red tape and bring the efficiency in the processing of the documents, giving the permission and all those stuff. So the Reserve Bank of India is also doing a lot of stuff to make to support this process or support this achievement process or support this goal of Prime Minister Modi. Like he's increasing the overdraft facilities for the banks and all the stuff. There's a lot of things are there. I'm not gonna go into the detail, otherwise it will take 2 or 3 4 hours. Okay, so because it's taking me too much time to upload the video on the YouTube, so I'm gonna just focus on the main points. Okay, he have appointed 3 lakh crore collateral free automatic loan for businesses, including medium scale and medium size, medium enterprise. Okay, so what is doing 3 lakh crores collateral fees? That means you don't have to all these MSME like medium size enterprise, okay, businesses. They most of the time they struggle to bring the collateral to get the loans. As a result, they cannot buy the machineries and a lot of global equipments or the fast track technology, so that they lag in competing in respect to China or any other manufacturing company. So giving these loans to collateral free loan, that means they don't have to come up with any deposit. They can go and straight away get a loan depending on the projects and everything, without giving any interest, and even the interest will be capped. So 100% credit guarantee over banks. So there's 100% guarantee will be that you will get the rupees 20,000 crores subordinate debt for stress. So there is a lot of facilities, a lot of money is going on going to the SMEs, which is important because that's other industries which are gonna make India self-dependent as well as globally powerful. So new definition of low threshold of MSA definition have created a fear among MSMEs for graduating out of the benefits and hence killing the to go there. So they have changed the definition of SMEs as well. Investment limit will be revised upwards. So their investment limit is also getting up. Additional criteria for turnover is also getting included. Okay, so I'm just giving you, I'm not gonna go. So micro will be is more than 25 lakhs. Classification I'm taking about existing and revised definition of SMME. So for micro is less than 25 lakhs, small less than 5 crore, and medium is less than 10 crore. So you have to fall within this price tag. So services industry is like less than, so you are a micro if you are less than 10 lakh your investment per year, and a small if you are less than 2 crore, and in medium if you are more than 5 crore. So the revised what it is, so revised, please listen, this is very important. In the revised one they says micro will be less than 1 crore. Where it was 25 lakhs, now it has become to 1 crore. That's 4 times. Okay. Similarly, for the small, the investment was 5 crore. It has doubled to 10 crore. And for the medium size, is also double for 20 crore now. So and same thing and turnover. Wow, that's amazing. So global, and this is one of the important things, and that's what every country has to take a step. Australia is lagging behind drastically on this side. Okay, and I have been going to the Department of Mines and various and doing my own research, independent research on my own expenses, on my own time. I find that a lot of industries here struggle to find even a $3 million, $4 million. They struggle to raise a fund of $3 to $4 million to do any investment or any mining project or doing any kind of project. So the other industries really struggle to get the finances over here, and government I don't have any support. The government support only goes to the big companies. Okay, so what the India has done, the global tenders to be disallowed up to rupees 200 crores. So nobody will be, no foreign entities will be allowed to bid in a local contract where the limit is 200 crores. They can only bid when the limit is more than 200 crores. Under 200 crores they cannot bid. So what is this? What that means, that this will give a more opportunity for medium-sized enterprise and the local companies to bid on these projects. Okay. Self-reliant India. Understand the goal of yesterday's Prime Minister Modi's speech was to make India